Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we need to reveal our dad joke of the day. Why does Waldo wear a striped shirt? Because he doesn't want to be spotted. For the Where's Waldo books. I loved those as a kid. All right. Well, our member count has achieved 145. It's a nice bump of 4 in one day because thank you to Carl Bartlett for signing up as a Tier 1 member, Jonathan Larson as Tier 1, and Pamalam as a Tier 2 member. So thank you very much. Pamalam counted as 2 because of the Tier 2. Cool. Well, I do think we can reach our 200 goal. We are well on our way. And let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got monorail, not viola. I was going to say viola. Voila. Organ, triangle, groan, train, abut, vehicle, medium, bulge, coach, tetracycline, direct, dioxide, instrument, and guide. Both dioxide and tetracycline are kind of chemical names. Is it like carbon blank? I don't know if it's carbon blank. Okay, let's hold off on that for now. Voila stood out to me. Like voila, it's just means yeah, here, ta-da, right? Could it be misspellings of instruments like viola and organ's not misspelled though. They put these next to each other to make you think this says viola. What else would voila go with? I'm not sure. Okay, how about monorail? Monorail, it's like a train type thing. Kinda. Monorail and things on tracks, monorails and trains. Is that too obvious? We got vehicle here, but instrument is here too. I was thinking about organ, but you don't put instrument with organ. You don't put the generic with the specific. Usually. Abut means next to. They kind of touch. They're next to each other. They touch each other. Wow, I can't lock on to anything here. Medium. Medium as in like kind of like the middle. You know what I mean. You don't mean, but also medium like can be a psychic, like or something that connects to things. What could that go with? A medium. I don't know. Coach. A guide and a coach feel similar, just like an expert who's helping out non-experts. I don't know if a medium would be like that. A direct, like a director, but not direct. I'm very confused by this one today. Organ, the instrument, or organ like your parts of the body. Either way, things with pipes, things on tracks, carbon blank. I'm pretty sure I know carbon dioxide is thing. I'm thinking carbon tetracycline sounds like something, but I could just be wrong. I don't remember my chemistry well enough for tetracycline. Tetra is 4, isn't it? But I don't know what cycline is. I doubt we need to know chemistry for this though. So could we be using letters from this? Like it starts with tetra, which is a kind of fish. This is mono for 1. This is dio for 2. This is tetra for 4. Do we have like a trio? Something that means 3 or just any prefix? Yeah, we have tri for triangle. So like has a number prefix. Might be this one. Let's look it in. There we go. Starting with Greek numeral. Starting with Greek numerical prefixes. Okay, I don't know why I had so much trouble with that. I'm having trouble in general today, it seems. Let's see. We've got a but. So we still have the opportunity for purple to just be using wordplay. A fill in the blank or just using some of the letters, removing, adding letters, that sort of thing. So bulge. I haven't really thought about bulge. Like a bump, like a battle of the A medium and a vehicle could be the same thing. Like helping you achieve something, right? It's the medium for doing it. It's the vehicle for doing it. Um, I don't know if coach and guide would go with that, but I'm actually kind of willing to try it. No, that wasn't even one away. Okay. It was a thought. I mean, they weren't really right, but nothing else is right either for that vehicle. The vehicle for doing it, the medium for like the assistance, right? Or the thing that gets you there. I don't know. Medium is also used for like the type of thing you used to make the art, right? Like pen or oil and on canvas or whatever. Um, so many meanings, but none of them are working. Grown, like, are we doing homophones like GROWN instead of GROAN? Grown. I really don't see what this would go with either way. So monorail did not go with train, by the way. Train could mean like you're training to do something. In which case it could potentially go with coach and direct. So you're coaching them, you're training them, you're directing them. We know it doesn't go with medium and vehicle for what it's worth. So maybe it's guide, coach, train, and direct. This is just verb synonyms for teaching. Instruct. There you go. Okay, at least I got yellow. I really don't think medium and vehicle are going together in the way I thought they did, at least. Such strange words. A butt, bulge. I mean, one of these is supposed to be green. They're not going to wordplay green. So, like, what am I missing here? The medium and the instrument and the vehicle. Okay, I might be onto something. Maybe Oregon then? Because I don't see how a butt, bulge, groan, or voila would be it. But I don't know what to describe this category as, but I've been trying to describe it all game, so you get the idea. The means. Okay. Sure. Okay. A butt, bulge, groan, and voila. I'm trying to find wordplay or something. Wait, a butt is tuba backwards. Are these anagrams of instruments? Yes. Tuba, bugle, viola. What's this one? Organ. Organ is in here, and groan is an anagram of organ. Oh my gosh. So these are anagrams of musical instruments. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I don't mind the mistake I made. It helped a little, not too much, but all right. Difficulty. I don't know. It was kind of hard, wasn't it? I'm gonna give this a 3.5. I don't know. Maybe others found it easier. Who knows? Conducting an orchestra. All right. 3 out of 5. Okay, I give it a little bit higher, but let's check the bot. Oh, this is easier than some recent ones. All right, 76%, 2 out of 5. All right. In fact, 41% of players making no mistakes. All right, I struggled when most people didn't. Very interesting that a lot of people made this mistake that I made. Like 1 in 1,186 had my exact game. That's kind of crazy considering that mistake was in it. All right, people getting yellow first or maybe blue first. Not green, not purple. Evens out a little bit, but still not purple. And ever. Yeah, I mean, it's hard when most people are winning. It's hard to look at ever, but we got 9% of the losing games. 9% got only yellow, 7% got nothing. And there's kind of an eclectic mix over here of low percentages. My order was the most common order, 17%. That's also interesting. So blue, like you find blue first, and then the rest kind of goes much better. Although apparently, okay, yellow first. Look at this. Yeah, that's interesting. Yellow first is the most common thing to get first, but the most common strict order is blue first, which tells me that when you get yellow first, it's kind of a random which ones you're getting next. I guess it's mostly green and blue, but anyway. What mistakes are people making? Monorail, trail, vehicle, coach, some kind of transport. Just vehicle was too generic to go with. Like trains and monorails and coaches are vehicles, so you wouldn't do that. Voila, organ triangle instrument. If you read it as viola, I could see that. But again, don't put the generic category in with specific things that belong in that category. It's never going to be the answer. Means? Yeah, vehicle, medium, instrument, guide. Organ grow. Okay, so thinking these are... So probably this is you're down to green and purple and you're trying to figure it out. But it's interesting that organ and grown ending up in the same category. This is why I did. 2% of people made this mistake. Vehicle, medium, coach, guide. Yeah. It made some sense in my head, but I was combining two different categories, clearly. What are people doing first? Yellow first is actually only 35%. So a lot of people who got yellow first made a mistake first. Then the prefixes. Monorail, train, vehicle, coach. Very common to do that. All right. Common to do this as well. Interesting. All right. Well, I think that's all I want to look at. How'd you do? Let's do the mini crossword. Fire-resistant part of a redwood. I have no idea. App featuring personalized videos from celebrities. That is Cameo. You know, I have a Cameo. Where to find sponges that are always wet. Where to find sponges that are always wet. The ocean. Rousey in the UFC Hall of Fame. No idea. Upturned parts of a canoe. I don't know what that means. It probably ends in S though. All right. Bring home the bacon, meaning you're the one who works. Change as a bill. Change as a bill. Amend. Passes time at the beach, maybe. Tans. What are we doing? I'm not sure. Beer brand with the Longboard Island Lager and Big Wave Golden Ale. Like, I would know that. All right. What planks, Russian twists, and mountain climbers help to exercise? The core? So those are probably... Yeah, I know plank is an exercise. I don't know the Russian twist. Mountain climber I might be able to envision. So this is ends? Upturned parts of a canoe are ends? Oh, like the end of the canoe is turned up. Okay. Fire resistant part of the wood is the bark. Redwood. Passes time at the beach, maybe. Reeds. Ronda Rousey. Okay. 137. The beer brand is Kona. I guess it's like probably a Hawaiian brand. Longboard, big wave. Okay. Not my best performance, but I got through it. No one's requested a cameo in a while, probably because I don't really advertise it, but I will make a video for you if you use Cameo. Anyway, let me know how you did, and let's move on. Let's do Strands. Today's theme is You've Got That Right. You've got that right. So something about opinions, perhaps, or it could be more direct, like you're doing trivia and you got a trivia question correct. I only said trivia because I saw this TRIA-ish area. Like tests or trivia or questions. What else could it be? You've got that right. It could be directions. You're going right. I don't know. I'm trying to think outside the box here, but we've got cheaps. SP. What could this be? This is one of those theme hints that doesn't really help me. At least not yet. Sheen, you've got that right. I don't know. None of the things I mentioned seem to be it. This might be one where I just have to lock in words because I'm completely lost, and I might have to start with a hint. But let's see. So we've got sheep here. We've also got cheap and cheaps. Come Jeeps. What else did I see? Like this area has so much cops. Do I start with a hint? Let's see if I find more words first. Seas. I did sheen, right? No, I didn't do sheen. Spock without the K. SCY seems like something like cyclone or like obviously it's not cyclone, but it was the first word that came to mind that starts with CY, but there's a bunch of them. Cyst. Cystic fibrosis. No. Cyst. I don't know. Okay, let's start with the hint. Life. Life, the universe, and everything. All right, the only thing life is helping me with, it's certainly not helping with the theme, but it gives me this outline here that we might be able to work with. Maybe like concern or sorry, let me mute my phone. Oh boy. Sometimes I forget and then you get phone noises. Tryst. Try. I don't know. I might need another hint. Let's just take one more hint. Vote. Oh, these are like rights. These are like rights of a citizen, or human rights. I mean, not everyone can vote though, but basic rights or something like that. The right to vote, the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Is that? Do we have liberty here? Yeah, here's liberty. And happiness, is that here? So we've got life, liberty, vote, privacy. I don't know. What are we looking for here? Oh, constitution. Constitutional rights. Yeah, you've got that right. Okay, yeah. I didn't think of right as in like constitutional rights, obviously, right? I've gotten it. The right to free speech, the right to assembly, the right to counsel. All right. All right. It took 2 hints, but then I figured it out. Okie dokie. Yeah, I knew there was something around here. I didn't think of speech though. If only I had seen speech, that probably would have immediately made me think of it. Oh well. Not my best performance, but at least I got there. Let's spin the bonus wheel, see what game we're playing. All right, let's give it a spin. See what we're starting with today. Thank you to all my members who add games to this wheel. Crosswordle, suggested by Gage Taylor. We've played this a couple times. Let's play it again. Alrighty, this is Crosswordle. There are other games called Crosswordle, but this is the one that I specifically checked that they wanted. So what we're doing is we're reconstructing a Wordle game. So this has to be E and Y because they were greens, right? This yellow has to be either an S, E, or D. Well, it can't be the D, so it's S or E. But I don't think there's anything that ends in EEY. So we need to find something that ends in ESY here. I always like to work bottom up. I don't understand how you could even work top down, but anyway. What goes ESY is the question. Like that E and Y are required, and this has to be an S or an E. Is there anything that goes EEY? I really don't think so. Also, if I made this an E, I would have some trouble up here because I wouldn't be able to use an E up here at all. So that wouldn't be any good. I want to do queasy, but that's not how you spell queasy. What? See, I can't do EE. Can I do like IE? Feisy? No. Wow, I can't think of any word. And this is basically forced, so there must be a word. This isn't a word, right? Kwesi? No. Guessy? No. Huh. Chessy? Fessy. How, am I pronouncing it wrong? Or is there an option I didn't think of? See, it can't be the D because it would be green there, not yellow. It can't be the E or Y here, these E or Ys, because I used them as the greens. And then if it was an E here, we'd have to end in EEY. And then the issue is then I don't actually have two yellows to use up here. If I do this EEY, neither of these yellows can be the E, because here it would be green, and here I'd have tried it again as yellow. So this actually is forced to be the S. But I can't think of a word that does that. Why can't I think of a word? Is posy? Posy, the flower. Okay, let's go with that. So now this S has to end up here. No, we could put an E here, and that's actually going to save us, and then we can put the S here. Okay, because I didn't really want to use the Y somewhere else. So we could do an ER word. That seems reasonable. We could even do, oh, let's do an SES word so we don't even use up another letter. Just, we tried double S and it didn't work, right? That's fine. Something like, I'm trying to use an uncommon letter here. Like we could do rises, right? There's plenty of words, but I'm trying to use uncommon letters. We can't repeat the E, but so this is an A, U, or I. Ideally, we'd actually use the U. How about fuses then? You know, buses might be better. We have some choices, but anyway. This can't be the E, so this has to be the S again. And we can't repeat the S this time. We could always change this to busser. If we don't need to use the R, we could change this to busser. And then we could repeat the S. So maybe, no, busser's not a word. Is fuser a word? No. Okay, never mind about that, but let's see. There's probably something I could do there, but anyway. I've got A and I. See, before an S, I feel like we need a vowel, A or A or I. So I was thinking about AS, but it actually, okay, maybe we can do like AST. Can't do astro. I really don't think there's another word besides posy, but who knows. Can't do the E. How about assign? Oh, assign is two S's, huh? That's the problem. Maybe with IS, is it easier to do only one S? I feel like it's got to be like, actually like T here or C here maybe. S. Is Estin a word? Aspen is a word, but again, I can't use the P or the E. A stir? There we go. A stir is a word. Like we've woken up. I don't know. I don't exactly how to use it, but all right. Let's look at the other solution. I'm curious if posy is the only option there. Buyer, lying. Ooh, using the Y twice. That's fun. Taser, using. Oh, using is a good one. I used the U earlier. Oh, Asian, usual. Yeah, it's always posy. There's not another word there. Okay, cool. This SES it did. Yeah, Asian. I didn't think of Asian, but that's perfect. All right, cool. Well, those are the games for this video. If you'd like to watch Wordle, you just got to click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all the videos I made today. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.